Yo, yo, yo. Salute everybody. What's going on? Appreciate the people we got up in here. Do me a favor before we get into today's video. If y'all could do me a favor and click that like button. It costs you absolutely nothing but a couple of seconds. Helps me fight the YouTube algorithm police as they put forth their best effort to try and restrain us from getting this content out to the people, and the individuals that really need it, that can use it and benefit off it. So please just click the like button once the video goes up. Help me get it out there, share it, repost it, so on and so forth, right? So boom. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today, right? um for one, congratulations and salute to the entire community, right? The people that support me, have been supporting me, continue to support me directly, indirectly, uh, you know, on a small scale, on a large scale, everything counts, right? So salute to you guys. I definitely want to start with that, right? But the point of this video, mostly, right? I want to say that since day one, my mission has always been, um, with putting out the work, putting out the content, publishing my own platform, putting it out there, and putting myself out there. My mission has always been to flip the script on the controllers, right? The people that have been taking advantage of us, um, the people that continue to take advantage of the sheep, and the people that are not awake. But to wake those people up has been part of my mission as well as to teach people how to quote unquote fish for themselves, right? And what I mean by that is be able to, when you teach somebody something, or when you show somebody, an individual, how to do something, your goal is for them to be able to continue it without you, right? So that's been mainly some of my main missions that I've had since the beginning, since day one, right? And I've prided myself on always letting my work speak the loudest, right? um to continue to break records and barriers and impact people's lives and families' lives in a positive way, and just be a great ambassador of gematria, right? So from the beginning, I made it a point to set myself apart from all, right? To not be bunched up with anybody. And for those of you that don't know, I work 100% independent from anyone. So all the content I put out, all my decodes, all my picks, everything is 100% done by myself. I don't have anybody behind the scenes. I do not collaborate with anybody. It's 100% independent from everybody, right? And therefore, I'm in my own lane, okay? And I'm 100% accountable for the things I do, nobody else, because I do them myself. This has served me best, and actually done wonders to magnify like the impact I have been able to have on people, on families, and I'm super proud of this, right? It happened to work out like that, and I'm just super proud of these facts, right? These things that I've chosen to implement, and the way in which I decided uh, to 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 strategize and put my platform together, right? Um, and I say all that to say that today was just another great example of how gematria, when done correctly, continues to reward some of its greatest ambassadors, right? And I like to call myself one of those people. Not, in no type of ego way. It's actually in a humbling way. Just because I believe in like the content that I put out, as far as teaching people about the knowledge, how it's able to be applied in many different sports and elements, everyday life. But I think today was just another prime example of, the universe and gematria kind of communicating with me, and because of what I decided to do and put together, right? So right now we're at a unique time in the sports season, right? We're coming towards the conclusion of the NBA season. We're at the beginning of the MLB season, right? We're at the conclusion of the college men's college basketball season, right? heading into the men's national championship game. So there's a lot of things going on, right? But uh, I've chosen to be very, very focused on the things um that I want to focus on, right? That I find to be beneficial, and profitable and progressive for myself and my community, right? And and it's been very, very unique. So for this year, we've actually stayed away from March Madness, aka March Sadness, for a lot of people. We focused on the things that have continued to work, attacking the NBA the right way, very, very strategically, and having patience and discipline, as well as we're gearing up right now for the beginning of the MLB season, right? So, but today, as I've always said, the greatest example you can be is like to practice what you preach, right? So, um, today I decided to, as I've done previously, put my money where my mouth is, right? And show people that gematria, when applied correctly, can benefit you, right? In many, many ways. So, shout out to all the individuals today also that booked a consultation with me. Early this morning. Shout out to you guys. You guys know who you are. Appreciate you guys. And because they decided to take it upon themselves to book a consultation with me, a one-on-one, they were definitely rewarded today, because they were able to get some keen insight on what I was going to do today, right? So salute to you guys. There was a handful of you, and I appreciate it. We were up early this morning, and we had a bunch of consultations. I've been doing those now for going on over 2 years, and there's been tons and tons of people that have continued to take advantage of them, right? Each individual uses the consultation in their own way. I don't have like a script that I go off of. It's pretty much 100% driven by the person that books the consultation, and I like to keep it that way. That way, it's genuine. It's real, and it doesn't seem like I'm reading off of a piece of paper, right? Or just giving general answers, right? So shout out to all my consultations today, right? But um, so today I decided to attack the NBA, but I was very, very cautious because we are on the heels of the conclusion of the NBA regular season. We've had an incredible regular season once again. I'm very, very thankful for that, right? Um, we speak about facts and we have evidence to support everything I will say. But again, a very, very high success rate during this NBA regular season. I will be making a video soon speaking very, very specifically about the numbers and what we were able to do for this NBA regular season. But just speaking about today, right? What I decided to do, um, and my or everybody who booked the consultation today, was attack the NBA very, very strategically. And the game that we loved, I'll bring it up right now so you guys are able to see, right? Was the Chicago Bulls as a 2.5 point underdog versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay. So the Chicago Bulls, once again, another underdog to add to the resume, to add to the belt, to add to the percentage of underdogs that we continue to put together. At this point, it's going to sound redundant, but underdogs are very, very important because I feel like they are some of the best evidence you can have to get your point across and showing people how gematria is very, very legitimate, and showing how these games are predetermined, scripted at soap opera events, right? You are watching athletic actors play out a movie script. And I feel like gematria, especially underdogs, um, are some of the is the greatest examples that you can use. We had the biggest NFL underdog of the season this year, just so happened to be in the playoffs, right? Over 3,000 live money line underdog to come back, right? That's very, very, that's something we take a lot of pride in that we were able to accomplish. But today, so the Chicago Bulls were about a plus 130, plus 120 pregame underdog. So it's not absolutely incredible. It's not the biggest underdog ever, but the reason why it's very very important today is because the Chicago Bulls fell behind to the Memphis Grizzlies by 23 points. 23 points. They were trailing the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Chicago Bulls came back to win the game as a almost plus, I want to say 1600 or 1500 live underdog to come back and win the game. I mean, depending on where you place your action and what book, some people told me as high as plus 2000, to come back and win the game today as a 23 point, as trailing the game by 23 points at home to the Memphis Grizzlies. So this is why I decided to make this video, because it's really an incredible feat whenever a team is down 23 points, that you can confidently put yourself in a position to say that this team will come back and win the game. I am going to take advantage of this price, and Gematria will reign supreme. So not only did I attack the game as a underdog pregame, but the live situation was something that the people who took advantage of consultations today, my veterans, my sharks, this was something that created an amazing opportunity for the students of mine, the people who have been studying this work and my work for a very very long time, the veterans, the sharks, the sharps with a P. This was a great opportunity to get an insane ROI on your money. And once again, it's just another amazing example that I can speak about. So as you guys know, I'm never one for you to take my word. For you to just take my word for it. I like to support evidence, right? So and again, I keep things very as private as I can be, but I realize this is the day and age of like deceivers and frauds and scams and scammers and people who scam people all the time. So what I will do is, if you go on over to my channel right here, if you're not already subscribed, please click the subscribe button. Also, YouTube now has this join button where you can click and directly support your content creator if you want to take it to another level, right? So I appreciate it if you guys want to click the join button. It's just another way to support me. But if you go on over to the community section, as I always do, I post feedback, testimony, or evidence to support anything that I'm saying. If you go on over, it was posted a couple minutes ago. It says and the caption is, I am one of the rare examples of a person that uses gematria and my decoding skill to support my family, right? I also help others do so as well. I do not sell a dream, okay? Highlighted by this image, speaking facts. And then if we go on over to the other images, as you can see, so this is my ticket from today, one of my tickets from today. As you guys can see, the Chicago Bulls were a plus 2.5 point underdog, right? That's my finger right there. That's my hand. That's my ticket of the Chicago Bulls prior to the game starting. Okay. Just to let you know that this is what I was on today. Um, and if you didn't know, now you know. Okay. One of the biggest comebacks, the biggest comeback of the day, trailing by 23 points to come back and win the game. It reminds you of the time Tracy McGrady's team trailed by, I believe, 9 points or like 10 points with about a minute left in the game, and they came back and win the game. Not that specific correlation, but just a very very difficult thing to accomplish is what we did today, right? So I'm and it's awesome when you could do things like that for so many reasons. But gematria, and also the benefit of it for my community and my followers, the people that support the work, right? So big ups. All right, now let's get into why we like this game. Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly why. focus on the gematria element of it. Okay, let me bring up the calculator for you guys. First of all, I'll bring up the game so you guys are able to see the game. Okay, so this was the game right here. Chicago Bulls defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 128 to 107. Memphis Grizzlies remained on 49 wins for the season, which is what I'm going to speak about, that number 49. Okay, we're going to have an awesome connection to it. As you guys can see right here, in their overall record, they remained on 49 wins for the season. Now, what I'm going to use is gematria and the system, because gematria is a numerical code synchronized with the English alphabet and language. I'm going to show you how and why we love this game today. Well, me specifically, right? Okay, boom. The Memphis Grizzlies remained on 49 wins for the season, okay? Facing what team? The Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls equals 49. And the purest cipher, this dark blue cipher, the strongest cipher, Chicago Bulls equals 49. Okay. Grizzlies equals 49. Okay. Both of these teams have that connection to the number 49. Memphis Grizzlies lost today and remained on 49 wins for the season versus the team Chicago Bulls, which equals 49, and Grizzlies equals 49. Now, today being a 49 date numerology, and the way in which you get that is you add the day plus the month and then the year as a two-digit number. So 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 20 is 26, plus 23 is 49. So today being a 49 date numerology, Memphis remained on 49 wins for the season by losing versus the Chicago Bulls, which equals 49, and Grizzlies, which equals 49. Okay, now what is the chances of all that happening on this day versus including these two teams, which have a connection to that very same number? Very, very small. Okay, it is not an accident that this happened and played out the way that it did. And I'm going to show you guys an even deeper connection. So when you look at the numerology of 49, right? 4 plus 9 is what? 13. Okay. The Memphis Grizzlies had a 13-point lead at halftime, leading the Chicago Bulls 68 to I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. They did not have a 13-point lead. I'm sorry about that. But the 13th overall pick for the Chicago Bulls, not by the Chicago Bulls, but I mean, Zach LaVine was the 13th overall pick by Minnesota. The 13th overall pick, Zach LaVine made sure and took care of business and led his team to a victory by making 13 field goals. Okay. The numerology of 49 is 4 plus 9 equals 13. Okay. So the 13th overall pick made 13 field goals to make sure that his team was victorious, keeping the Memphis Grizzlies on that 49, which equals the numerology of 13. Okay. So just it's a little bit more deeper connection to the number 49 because we're breaking it down. But the key number that I want you guys to just leave this video knowing and understanding is that number 49, and why it was very, very obvious today that the Chicago Bulls should have and would be successful defeating the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay. And they did so trailing by 23 points, which created an amazing opportunity, not just for myself, the people who support my work, the people who know to look out for these type of things, as well as everybody who specifically booked a consultation with me today and was able to receive that insight. Okay, so salute to you guys, salute to everybody. But I also, before I get out of here, I want to leave this video by reminding you of something, okay, and making you guys aware of something. So I want to say that even like the average decoder, right? That person should be able to support themselves and their lifestyle by the work, right? This is how beneficial gematria is and should be when applied correctly. But the sad truth is, most decoders cannot and are not able to support themselves just from gematria, right? So how ironic is it that people sell picks, claim to be successful and profitable, but need to get up in the morning and do something else, right? Punch a clock, do something else. Even with the support from Patreon, people still are not able to flip that into a sustainable business model that is profitable, which is why oftentimes you'll hear people, pester about, sending tips and pity you into sympathy and, sell stuff or, um, create GoFunds or some shit like, it's a bunch of different things, right? But if you're a winning decoder, you should be able to support yourself off of your picks if you're successful, right? Um, your priority should not be badgering or begging, for tips as a priority. And I think that's a red flag that people should pay attention to. Why that's being done, or and pay attention to a win rate, success rate, all that stuff is very, very important because the key to the game is profitability. The key to the game is ROI, right? So again, these are things to watch out for. As I said, we live in the day of deceivers and scams and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So you want to be very, very aware and educate yourself. This is why I teach the work. I don't just necessarily spoon feed a pick without the material and the bones to how and why I came to a specific conclusion, right? The reason why some platforms just provide you with a pick is because they want you to remain 100% reliant on their work, their effort, and continue to support them monetarily, right? It's not in their best interest to teach you how to do the work for yourself, because at that point you may not need them moving forward. But and I think that should be another red flag that people should pay attention to. There's so many. I could give a class on this whole subject. But yeah, just moving forward, I just wanted to leave you with that as we conclude another profitable and high winning rate of success during this NBA regular season. Um, we definitely, it looks easy, but it definitely is not. It takes a lot out of me. There's a lot of effort that's done behind the scenes. And it really is. It takes a toll. So just hope you guys can appreciate that. And I'm always speaking from a place of positiveness, progressiveness, and humbleness as well. So, but we have to keep it real, right? So that's always why I'm going to provide you with the evidence to support what I'm saying. You'll never have to take my word for it. It's always the proof is in the work, the proof is in the success, the proof is in the records, the proof is in everything. So on that note, I'm gonna get up out of here, but I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Click the like button, repost, share the video. Appreciate it. Because in these days, the thing that get the views is the drama and the bullshit, right? The frauds and the scammers, they get all the fucking views, they get all the support. My channel, should be at fucking 1 million subscribers, which is free. It's free to subscribe to a channel. But no, they run to frauds and to fucking scammers and to drama and to bull crap. It's incredible. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here and enjoy the rest of my day. But yeah, the proof is always in the pudding. The proof is in the consistency. The proof is in the work. We going on 4 years now of providing this content, breaking records and smashing barriers, and accolades upon accolades, accomplishments upon accomplishments. It is what it is. So I'll see you guys next time. Salute, salute, salute. As we love to say on this channel, Gematria at its finest. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. And on that note, I'll see you in the next one, man. Peace out. And salute to the Chicago Bulls. Thanks for not being bozos today and taking care of business. And I'll see you guys at the bank, aka Big Bag. Salute.